Pop star Taylor Swift is $1 richer tonight following a federal trial in Denver that for her was never about the money. Denver 7's Jacqueline Allen on the broader implications.
A Florida poet is actively suing Taylor Swift and trying to stop the release of the End of an Era docuseries.
She said this wasn't about money, it was about making a stand for people who've been sexually assaulted. So they gave her the win.
And what's in a name for a Utah theme park? It's $2 million. That's how much they want out of Taylor Swift, claiming trademark.
Taylor Swift has dealt with her fair share of legal chaos over the years. From DJs and poets to theme parks trying to cash in on her fame, she's seen it all. Today, we're breaking down 6 wild lawsuits she faced and how she shook every single one of them off. And yes, even as that new Disney Plus docuseries stirs up fresh drama, the stories only get juicier. Let's start with the big one, the David Mueller saga, aka the moment Taylor Swift made it crystal clear, don't mess with a pop queen unless you're ready to be served. Literally. Rewind to 2013. Taylor is on her Red Tour, serving sequins, heartbreak anthems, and enough glitter to light up all of Denver. Enter David Mueller, a local radio DJ who thought getting way too close during a meet and greet was a good idea. Spoiler, it wasn't. Fast forward to 2015, and Mueller decides to pull the ultimate plot twist. He sues Taylor for defamation, claiming she got him fired from KYGO radio after accusing him of groping her. Yeah, bold move. But Taylor wasn't about to sit back sipping chamomile tea. She clapped back with a countersuit, essentially saying, buddy, this happened, and you're about to find out the hard way. Cue the courtroom showdown. Picture it. Taylor looking calm and classy in her signature chic outfits, Mueller sweating through a blazer that probably regretted its life choices, lawyers firing legal jargon like confetti cannons. The big question before the jury? Was Taylor telling the truth, or was this just a DJ with a very questionable understanding of personal space? Spoiler alert, Taylor didn't just win. She won with a symbolic, legendary $1 verdict that became a statement for survivors everywhere. Taylor's honesty and her flawless prep for courtroom justice paid off big time. In 2017, the judge tossed out Mueller's lawsuit like it was yesterday's bad playlist, basically giving him a legal timeout. And then came the cherry on top. The jury sided with Taylor and awarded her a grand total of, drumroll, $1. Yup, one single dollar. Not because her lawyers miscounted, but because Taylor didn't want money. She wanted a message. That $1 was a mic drop. Don't touch me. The verdict didn't just wrap up a court case. It became a cultural moment, a blend of #justice for Taylor and a reminder that you do not mess with a woman who knows her worth. And honestly, it's peak Taylor Swift. She turned a nightmare moment into a headline-making power move, proving that even in a courtroom, she absolutely slays. As for Mueller, well, let's just say he probably wishes he hadn't acted like DJ Mike was handing out superpowers that day.
This wasn't about money, it was about making a stand for people who've been sexually assaulted. So they gave her the win. They didn't award any money or a dollar, and they gave her that principled.
Jessie Graham, aka Jessie Graham. Next up, the time someone tried to convince the world that Taylor Swift stole their lyrics and the internet collectively responded, sure, buddy. It's 2015, Taylor is out here shaking it off, strutting through life with catchy hooks, Grammy energy, and full-time confetti vibes. Enter US R&B singer Jessie Graham, who suddenly claims he invented the phrases "haters gonna hate" and "players gonna play" in his 2013 track, Haters Gonna Hate. And guess what he wanted? $42 million. Yes, million, with an M so big it deserves its own zip code. Oh, and he also wanted his name added as a co-writer on Shake It Off. Sorry, Jessie, but that's not how the Swiftie universe works. Taylor's team wasn't having it, and the case shuffled forward for a hot minute. Then reality and the law stepped in. U.S. District Court Judge Gail Standish entered the chat like a judge and jury meme, essentially saying, "Bro, your case is weak sauce." And she didn't just dismiss it, she added a little Swift-style sparkle to her ruling. Yep, The judge quoted Taylor's own lyrics in the official dismissal. "We are never ever getting back together. Blank space." And of course, shake it off. Her message to Graham, in translation, you can't claim ownership of everyday phrases and expect $42 million to fall in your lap. You're out of luck. Maybe never ever ever come back unless you've actually got a case. In the end, Taylor walked away untouched. Confetti swirling, Grammy dreams glowing, while Graham's big musical claim fizzled faster than a Snapchat story in airplane mode. The case became a classic reminder of two things. Don't mess with Taylor's lyrics unless you're ready to be publicly schooled. $42 million might be ambitious, but ambition isn't always the same as reality. Sean Hall and Nathan Butler. The sequel nobody asked for, but we all got anyway. It's 2017. Taylor is deep in her pop renaissance era. Shake It Off is still blasting from every speaker, every car, every mall. Then suddenly, bam! Two songwriters, Sean Hall and Nathan Butler, stroll into court claiming Taylor lifted lyrics from their 2000 track Players Gonna Play by the girl group 3LW. Cue dramatic gasp, cue Twitter chaos. Taylor's reaction, classic Swift. I'm sorry, what now? She denied ever hearing the song before the lawsuit and pointed out that her lyrics came from everyday phrases, stuff people have been saying since forever. Translation, I don't need permission to talk like a normal human being. But the lawsuit dragged on and on. 5 whole years. 5 years of lawyers, legal briefs, probably some aggressively worded emails, and pop culture fans clutching their pearls. Not exactly a binge-worthy drama, but justice has its own slow-motion suspense. Then, in true last-minute thriller fashion, the case wrapped in 2022, just weeks before trial. The details? Total mystery. No dollar amount revealed, no apology letter, no dramatic TikTok statement. One thing we do know, the writing credits on Shake It Off stayed exactly the same. Taylor's name remained front and center, like the superstar it is. The takeaway: Taylor walked away with her artistic freedom, her reputation intact, and another legal chapter closed. Evermore Park, because when you're Taylor Swift, even theme parks join the drama. December 2020, Taylor drops Evermore, her 9th studio album, full of indie folk mist, heartbreak whispers, and cottagecore tears that make your Spotify cry along with you. Just 1 month later, a Utah theme park named Evermore Park rises up like, hold up, that's our name. Cue the trademark tantrum.
It's called Evermore, which shares a name with Swift's latest album. The fantasy theme park says the shared name has drowned out their online presence. They also claim Swift stole their look for merchandise. And what's in a name? For a Utah theme park, it's $2 million. That's how much they want out of Taylor Swift, claiming trademark and
Evermore Park, when even theme parks want a piece of Taylor Swift. In February 2021, Evermore Park decided it was lawsuit o'clock and sued Taylor for trademark infringement. Yes, a theme park suing a global pop icon. You can almost picture their legal team huddled around a cotton candy machine, whispering, "Okay guys, if we stop her album, maybe, just maybe, we'll sell more churros." Their argument? That Taylor's Evermore album and merch violated their trademark. Bold strategy, Utah. Very bold. But Taylor, being Taylor, didn't just sit in a corner sipping herbal tea. Nope. 3 weeks later, she delivered the ultimate mic drop. She countersued, claiming the park had been playing her music on site without a proper license. Suddenly, that lawsuit boomeranged right back at the theme park. It was giving Disney villain origin story, but instead of a castle, it's a stuffy legal office. Luckily, this drama didn't turn into a whole Netflix docuseries. By March 2021, just 1 month later, both lawsuits were dropped. No money exchanged, no dramatic courtroom tears, no lawyers tripping over spilled popcorn. A mutual, okay fine, let's just chill. Taylor kept her album. The park kept its rights. And the internet added Taylor Swift sued my theme park to the ever-growing list of unhinged headlines. The takeaway? If you name your park after a common English word, don't expect Taylor to roll over. And for Taylor, another clean win. No stress, no money lost, just another ha-ha, not today in her legal saga. Teresa Ladart.
when poetry meets plot twist. Apparently, you can't drop a poetic album and a glossy coffee table book without someone somewhere claiming they copied their decade-old vibe. In 2022, Mississippi author Teresa Ladart filed a copyright lawsuit against Taylor, claiming that the Lover companion book copied creative elements from her 2010 self-published poetry book, also called Lover. Coincidence? Maybe. Lawsuit-worthy? Debatable. Taylor's legal team didn't exactly break a sweat. Her lawyer, Doug Baldridge, came in swing, calling the case legally and factually baseless and saying it never should have been filed. Translation, nice try, but this ain't it, Chief. You could practically hear the collective courtroom eye roll echoing down the hall. Meanwhile, poor Teresa Ladart had invested in a costly legal battle that quickly started to resemble a game of poetic Jenga. One wrong block pulled, and the whole thing wobbled. The longer the Teresa Ladart case dragged on, the more expensive it became, and the more obvious it was that Taylor's legal team would gracefully but ruthlessly dismantle every weak claim. By July 2023, Teresa's lawyer finally tapped out, filing a motion to voluntarily dismiss the case permanently. Boom! Case closed. No millions, no courtroom tears, no lawyers tripping over spilled popcorn. A mutual, okay, fine, let's just chill. Taylor kept her album, the park kept its rides, and the internet added Taylor Swift sued my theme park to the ever-growing list of unhinged headlines. The takeaway? If you name your park after a common English word, don't expect Taylor to roll over. And for Taylor, another clean win. No stress, no money lost, just another haha, not today in her legal saga. Kimberly Morasco, the poetry saga that refuses to end. This one has everything: poetry, multiple Taylor albums, and a sprinkle of Disney Plus drama. According to Newsweek, Kimberly Morasco is suing Taylor, Universal Music Group, and Republic Records, claiming Taylor copied her poetry for lyrics across multiple eras: Lover, Folklore, Midnights, and even the Tortured Poets Department. And honestly, if that title doesn't scream dramatic literary anguish, what does? But here's the twist. This isn't Morasco's first attempt. She previously filed a separate lawsuit against Taylor Swift Productions, one that was dismissed with prejudice in September. Translation, nope, not happening, case closed, don't come back. Yet undeterred, Morasco returned like a poetic Energizer bunny ready for round two. In November, she filed a motion for a preliminary injunction, basically a legal pause button, trying to block the release of Taylor's upcoming Disney Plus docuseries, the Eras Tour concert film, The End of an Era, scheduled for December 12th. Yes, you heard that right. She tried to stop one of the biggest pop culture events of the year. Talk about ambition.
The poet is actively suing Taylor Swift and trying to stop the release of the End of an Era docuseries. Let's get into this. The woman's name is Kimberly Morasco, and she claims that Taylor Swift stole her lyrics from her poems and used them in her song.
Meanwhile, Taylor is probably somewhere sipping tea like, cute try, but my confetti schedule is full. And her legal team, they didn't hold back. Swift's attorneys fired back hard, calling Morasco's claims utterly frivolous and making it very clear that some things like Taylor's music and her Disney Plus docuseries are not up for negotiation. At this point, it's practically a Swiftian legal tradition. Someone claims she stole a lyric, a melody, or a dramatic haiku, and Taylor's team gracefully but firmly shuts it down while she moves on to break another record or drop another album. The case is still unfolding, but the headlines alone, pure entertainment. From chart-topping albums to Disney Plus domination, it's a reminder that when you're Taylor Swift, even your lawsuits come with plot twists, fan theories, and probably a custom Spotify playlist of dramatic courtroom music.